This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Harley Race.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
This is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marotti here at MWF Studios, just north of Boston in Melrose, Massachusetts. Today, let's take a look back at the June 29th, 2015 edition of WWE Monday Night Raw, emanating from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Before we get going, fans, we'd love for you to take advantage of some of the great offers we have here at Boston Wrestling, as well as from our partners that we team up with, so we can continue to bring you more and more great free professional wrestling content. WWE Network is going to be available to new subscribers absolutely free for the month of June. That includes WWE Money in the Bank this Sunday night, June the 14th, as well as recent big events such as Elimination Chamber, Payback, NXT TakeOver Unstoppable, and thousands of hours more in the WWE archives. It's unbelievable. It's the best value in pro wrestling media. Click on the link below on our YouTube page and start enjoying the WWE Network now for the month of June. Also, don't forget that you can help Boston Wrestling by using our special links for both Amazon.com and WWEshop.com. No matter what you buy, even non-wrestling merchandise on Amazon, we get a small percentage of your purchase, and it doesn't increase your cost 1 single cent. We bring you tons of free content each week and need some help to keep the train rolling. Don't feel like shopping? We have a PayPal account, folks. You can send a donation of any denomination, $1, $2, $1,000, whatever you like, using the email address bw@bostonwrestling.com. We'd love to send you a shout-out for helping grow our library for fans around the world to enjoy. We'd also be very happy if you joined us by subscribing for free to our YouTube channel. We're starting to close in on 800 free videos for your viewing pleasure. If you enjoy what you see, please share it with friends, and most importantly, click the like button on each video that you watch so YouTube will showcase our giant library to more and more of your professional wrestling fans. Felt like this would be a long Raw as the show opened up with another long, boring comedy promo where Seth Rollins gave Kane and J&J Security a variety of gifts for helping him destroy Brock Lesnar last week to end Raw. After 18 minutes of this ridiculous garbage that no one wanted to see, the Big Show came out for his match with Mark Henry. After the commercial break, the Big Show defeated Mark Henry in an Attitude Era retro match. It's just a joke. The guys had their working shoes on, but this roster really needs to expand to freshen things up. I'm a big fan of, in television talk, having recurring athletes on the roster that don't have full-time contracts. They just appear on TV as needed. It would do WWE Raw and SmackDown a world of good. You see the same matches week after week, sometimes month after month. Mark Henry and Big Show have had a feud on and off for years. They've been partners. It's been seen, it's been done, and it should be done, in my opinion. The Miz was on commentary during the match, yelling and screaming. After it was over, Ryback charged Big Show. Miz snuck in with a hit-and-run cheap shot on Ryback. Ryback grabbed the mic and said he was supposed to fight Miz later on Raw, but he wanted the match now. After the commercial break, Ryback defeated Miz via countout. Miz was like the honky-tonk man here circa 1987, running away, only he had 1,000 times less the heat the honky-tonk man had. Lousy first 36 minutes to Raw this week. In Divas action, Paige defeated Alicia Fox. At least it wasn't the Bellas in there to stink up the ring. This was a rematch from SmackDown that the commentators never mentioned was a rematch for some bizarre reason. It was way too long, but the fans were into this match more than most Diva matchups. They really seemed to resonate with Paige. The Bellas ran interference outside the ring. Alicia Fox found her inner Bob Backlund. Got the roll-up, but the momentum was so much it carried Paige over for the victory. It was time for John Cena to make his way towards the ring near the 9 o'clock hour after 57 minutes of a Monday Night Raw. Something of interest was about to happen. Kevin Owens came out to apparently answer the U.S. Title Open Challenge this week. Reminded me of the golden days of Saturday night's main event on NBC, when the main event of the program would go on very early, as it didn't start until 11:30 p.m., and they wanted to get the important matches and angles in front of the biggest audience possible. Very different era here in 2015, but it just had that feel to me. It was a match that you wanted to see, but it was a trick. Kevin Owens wasn't ready to fight John Cena on Raw. That'll come at Battleground July the 19th in St. Louis, it was Cesaro answering the challenge as Owens joined the broadcast team. Michael Cole put over Owens' NXT Championship match against Finn Balor this Saturday in Tokyo. July the 4th on the WWE Network. What a way to celebrate the spirit of America with a live WWE special coming from Japan. 5:30 in the morning on the East Coast. I think this is a great idea, not to drift away from Monday Night Raw, but to give fans more value on that network. Great live special. You have Brock Lesnar going over there. It's not a show filled with storylines and swerves and angles. It's like the golden days of going to a great WWE house show. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I will not be up at 5:30 in the morning. That's a little after bedtime for me, so I'll have to watch the on-demand version of it. But back to WWE Raw. Lots of great counter wrestling here. The Washington, D.C. fans were white-hot as this match went on. Cesaro looked great. As usual, John Cena makes his opponents look like $1 million. There are so many superstars of yesteryear that wouldn't even take a bump for someone like Cesaro. It just shows what a true professional that John Cena is. Cesaro put Cena in the sharpshooter for the second time, and that was enough for Kevin Owens. He hit the ring from the commentary table and got Cena disqualified. Then he hit both Cesaro and Cena with pop-up powerbomb. Effective build towards Cena and Owens at Battleground, and the fans got a great match on Raw between Cena and Cesaro. Cesaro has been in no man's land since Tyson Kidd got injured. They had that great tag team title run with the New Day. Hopefully we'll see more of that once Tyson Kidd is healthy. Bray Wyatt cut another bizarre promo on Roman Reigns in his backstage lair. Anyone but you. People have said that to me before, but that's a different story for a different time. You had an 8-man tag team rematch from SmackDown as the Primetime Players and the Lucha Dragons defeated New Day and Bo Dallas. The match was fine, but taking the titles off of New Day was rushed. Putting them in this feud with Primetime Players has cooled them down, in my opinion. You've got to play the hot hand when you have it, and they had it with New Day. You don't want to put them in the spot where you're going to You don't want to put them in the spot where you're going to cool them off. You got to play the hot hand. Primetime Players are not hot. I think New Day would have been much better served to go into a tag program with Lucha Dragons for the belts. And I don't think you ever should have taken the belts off of New Day. If anything, you should have had Primetime Players try and chase them. Again, that's one man's opinion. It's a challenge in 2015 to heat anybody up like that. New Day really walked into a great opportunity like that, and hopefully this isn't going to take the shine off of them too much. Dolph Ziggler and Lana died in the ring. Fans didn't want to see it. It was a waste of Dolph Ziggler. I don't know what you do with Lana at this point if you don't keep her with Rusev. This comes across as forced as the Billy Gunn and China failure of a romance some 15 years ago. If you don't remember that, there is a very good reason for that. As Dolph and Lana were opening up to the fans about their romance, Rusev made his way out on his crutch, and he had Summer Rae by his side. Rusev took a shot at Lana, saying she was a cold fish, and kissing her was like kissing the ring post. Ziggler said Rusev couldn't come out there and talk to his girlfriend like that. It was bad. They teased a physical confrontation, but Rusev bailed. Summer Rae took the mic and laid into Lana. She said she was a gold digger. Summer Rae slapped Lana, and then Lana speared her in her Deborah McMichael-inspired garb from the Attitude Era. I was very impressed with Summer Rae. She was the best part of this horrible segment. King Barrett with the win over Jack Swagger, who's been in no man's land ever since Zeb Coulter was injured last summer. Sheamus defeated Neville. Neville's over right now, and Sheamus isn't, at least anywhere near the level of his push. Holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, Sheamus really needs to turn into a vicious heel that cheats. If you don't cheat, how are you a heel? I mean, you can get away with it with Brock Lesnar to a degree, with his real-life badass persona from the world of mixed martial arts and UFC, but Sheamus isn't Brock Lesnar. He needs to cheat to be an effective heel. This match certainly didn't fit Neville's style. That's why I continue to say you have to expand the roster. Give Neville some guys that he can work with that are closer to his size, that he can have high-flying encounters with. This was a complete clash of styles. The crowd was dead for it. It's just one man's opinion, but the fans in Washington, D.C. at least, appeared to agree with me. Sheamus went over with the bro kick. The right guy won. I'd be complaining if Sheamus was getting pinned right now on TV after he won the Money in the Bank. But Neville shouldn't be losing right now. He's new. He's fresh. The fans enjoy seeing him. It wasn't what the fans wanted to see in this match. I don't know what the fans want to see from Sheamus right now, as he just comes across as very stale. Neville comes across as very fresh. But after winning the Money in the Bank matchup, you've got to keep Sheamus strong, as at some point he's going to be put into a main event picture. unless he goes the Damian Sandow route. In the main event, it was a no DQ match as Seth Rollins and Kane defeated Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. It felt like it was the 600th time seeing this matchup. Bray Wyatt attacked Reigns at ringside, allowing Rollins and Kane to double-team Ambrose in the ring for the victory. The Authority wound up powerbombing Reigns through a table against one of the ring posts. That was a really good spot. Reigns continued to fight like an animal to try and get back to his feet after the vicious 4-on-1 beating, plus Bray Wyatt's attack at ringside, and then Rollins gave him the pedigree to finally try and finish him off. As the Authority was making their way towards the back, Bray Wyatt came back out a second time and gave Reigns a Sister Abigail to end the show. I don't understand what the need was for Bray Wyatt to come out in the middle of the matchup, but that's, again, one man's thoughts. This wasn't one of the better Raws in recent times. It was a chore to sit through with a really lousy first hour, the boring relationship reveal of Ziggler and Lana, more SmackDown rematches, and a main event that's been done to death. You have to keep in mind that there are 52 3-hour editions of Monday Night Raw each year. Not every one of them is going to be a home run, and this certainly wasn't one of them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Raw this week. Feel free to leave them in the comment section below. As always, continue to see what we're adding to our YouTube channel on a daily basis. We're closing in on 800 free videos for your viewing pleasure anywhere in the world with online capability. We're running out of time in this segment, folks. Until we speak again, you and yours, be well.